Have no fear, the Digipreneur is here. Keron Rose joins me. He's out there in the east. Yes, you know, we in the west. He's in the east, Thailand, and he's having himself a nice time. I mean, I could tell based on the change of scenery. You're moving around, you're in a different location. Where are you exactly right now, Keron Rose?
So right now I'm in a place called Raleigh Beach, which is the number 9th ranked best beach in the entire world. And listen to me, it is just absolutely insane. And as soon as you come here, it's secluded. So you have to take a small boat to get here. But when you get here, listen, you understand why it's a top 10 beach.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Grand Anse must be on that list because Grand Anse to me is one of my number one areas. See Grand Anse in Grenada? Oh, yeah. That is beach. That is beach. Barbados got a couple too, you know, and Antigua, but I wouldn't doubt it. I've seen some social media clips with that particular beach you're talking about.
Turks and Caicos has my number one beach in the world, like that I've seen in my own eyes. I think Turks and Caicos, I think it's Grace Bay, but I think it's the most beautiful beach I've ever seen. But I think with here, just because it's not just a beach, like it's everything. It says you have to take a boat to get here. It's a secluded village. There's no bikes, there's no cars, there's no motor vehicles. You have to walk everywhere. It's a small secluded island, so you can walk everywhere. And listen, I was in a Jamaican bar just now, and the fact that I'm in a Jamaican bar before I come on CNC3 Jamaica has me vexed. Jason, it has me vexed because Jamaica's planting their flag everywhere. We need to start coming out here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's still close to home. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I guess they've been making their moves long before us. And by all means, Keron, great to see you. I guess today's talking point, how AI is changing the sales experience. AI and sales experience, I thought the sales experience supposed to be something more, well, at least, yes, personal and that one-on-one if you're face-to-face, but obviously you can do your sales, obviously, now online without interacting with anyone. How is AI getting involved there, Keron Rose?
It's changed everything. And I won't say it's made sales reps, human sales reps, obsolete, but it's changed the dynamic as to how businesses can sell and how we as the consumers, how we gather information and how we can make decisions to make a purchase with what AI can do. It's incredible. So let me walk you through what the AI sales process is now, right? And this is where it's changed everything. So typically, somebody might have a problem or they might want to do something better. So maybe they're into photography. So they jump online, they go to Google and they ask, what are the top 10 best cameras? And then typically you would read a bunch of articles to see people's opinions. You might watch some YouTube videos, and then you have to spend hours and hours of time to research to make that investment. What AI has done is now when you go on ChatGPT, right? You could see a video on TikTok and you are made aware of this new camera in photography. So you jump in ChatGPT and you say, hey, I'm into photography. I've been seeing some videos on TikTok that I really like these particular lines of cameras because of what they can do. I want you to act as a sales rep and ask me the necessary questions so that we can start narrowing down what product I want. And from there, it starts to interview you, ask you all the necessary questions, but questions that are tailored to you, the more information you give it. And when it starts to get information, if you need to get additional sources of information, ChatGPT is now recommending, hey, read this article, watch this YouTube video, watch these 30 seconds of the YouTube video, and this is going to answer your question so you can see what it is. So how AI is able to interact with us, it's more knowledgeable than even the humans, and that's really where it kind of starts to change the game.
So it's almost taking away the noise. You know, you could streamline to exactly what you want if you ask. I mean, obviously, you got to put in the right prompt and ask the right questions.
That's where it starts. So, and I will always say the best way to get the most out of AI is treat it like a human. Talk to it like you would a person, and you are going to get the best answers out of it. So this trip that I booked, right? So right now I'm in a province called Krabi. It's close to Phuket in the south, but not Phuket. And I don't know anything about Krabby. So what I did was I jumped in AI and I told ChatGPT, hey, I'm looking to go to a beach town in Thailand. I don't want to go Phuket, but I want good beaches. I want to be able to stay in a hotel that has pool access. I told it everything I want. And then I told it, ask any additional questions to ensure that we get the best experience. And it pretty much interviewed me. And after that interview process, it recommended in order the best hotels for me to get. And Jason, I've been here 2 days already. I spent a night in another hotel. I was able to get the best deal because it's already searching online for who has the best deals. And it's telling me all of that within ChatGPT. And these are things that sales reps, I don't want to say they can't do. They can do it. But a lot of the things that ChatGPT is going to do for you is outside of the scope of the average sales rep.
Wow. So in a sense, they're going through, ChatGPT is going through the internet, going through all the different reviews, the assessments, and giving you now, filtering it down now to, is it like one option or they're giving you a couple options that you will now decide?
They're giving you multiple options, but this is the difference. Because if I see something and I'm like, hey, I like where you're going with this, number two option is what I'm looking for, but I don't like it. Find me some other options, and you can give it more feedback. And it's searching all of the websites, it's gathering all the prices, it's telling you everything that is nearby so that it adds to your experience. So everything that I planned for this entire week that I'm in the South, everything happened through ChatGPT, and it was able to get me the best prices, and it was able to tell me the activities in the area so we can create an entire itinerary. And this all happened with just talking to a chatbot at night. And we know, Jason, most businesses not working past 6 p.m.
Yes, true.
So when you can do this at any time, again, it's another reason as to why AI is changing the entire sales experience.
Could you do this with booking a plane ticket also? Because I mean, there are people who that's their specialty. They're able to go through the system. You always see them on the computer and they're able to find you the best seat at the best price. Could ChatGPT do the exact same thing?
So two things. One, Google Gemini is integrated into Google Flights. So it can actually pull all of the information from Google Flights in real time. And we are progressing to the point where you're going to be able to check out inside of Google Gemini when booking a flight. And I say we're progressing to that because just a couple of days ago, ChatGPT and Shopify just made a groundbreaking announcement. They have a joint partnership where now you're going to be able to check out inside of ChatGPT. So just imagine, Jason, you are thinking about buying a brand new camera, right? You don't know nothing about cameras. It's 10 o'clock at night. You know, the kids are sleeping, the wife's asleep, but you can't sleep. So 10 o'clock at night, you have some time and you can't sleep. And you go into ChatGPT and you say, hey, I'm looking to buy a camera because you know what? I'm a personality, I'm in media. I want to be able to, do more on my own and be able to set up a camera, get some shots. And it goes through an entire process with you to figure out exactly what your needs are and make very specific recommendations because it has access to all of the information on the web, and then tailor the conversation to you, and then check out inside of ChatGPT. And you can do all of that at night without ever speaking to the company or the sales rep. This is why I'm saying it's absolutely changed the sales game. And this is where customers are going, and they're already doing it. What is catching up now is there's going to be more partnerships where now you're going to be able to sell with inside the AI apps, and that's going to be another groundbreaking change for businesses across Trinidad and Tobago.
This is quite interesting. I mean, we're literally at the cusp of what we would have seen as children being played out in movies. I'm watching recently San Francisco, I believe, parts of LA, they're going to introduce it into Miami soon, into Florida, these driverless cars. One company got the contract there in the US. Others would have tried, but this one company, I think they're using a white Jaguar cameras all over. And you could literally book this particular car, pulls up, you press your particular location in the app, start, drive, and nobody driving the car, Keron Rose. And one of the customers said that the best part, he doesn't have to tip anyone. And I wonder if we're going into a world where interaction will become less and less with human beings, and we'll more rely on the ChatGPT, we'll more rely on the kind of tech, because it's exciting, but at the same time, a little bit frightening, Keron Rose, I'm being honest.
Let me tell you something, so I'm glad you framed it like that, right? Because Jason, right now, I am in Raleigh Beach, right? I am in a top 10 destination in the world right now. And everything that made this possible for the majority was technology. But guess what? You know what is going to increase? And this is what people have to start realizing. Now you have to focus on how do we create experiences? Because guess what? ChatGPT brought me here. It pretty much planned out everything. And we cut out a lot of people in that process. But I'm spending all of my money in cafes. I'm doing tours. I just told you I was in a Jamaican bar drinking some, it's a whole Jamaican. So we're spending more and more money on experiences. So what is going to change? The types of businesses that are going to make a lot of money are going to change. The types of skill sets that we need are going to change, because to create a lot of these experiences is going to be surrounded by technology. And again, that's something that we have to start kind of tapping into. We got to start learning some of the new technology skills so that we can continue to be relevant. But then we also have to start figuring out, how do we start to play the experience game? Because now that we've automated more and more of our jobs, Jason, we now have more time to have experiences. And this is why I can spend a week in Krabi, out of my hometown, on the road, and still do work, but have more experiences.
Well said, Keron Rose, and I think that's a great way to wrap things up. I'll let you, as always, have the final say as we head to the break. Go right ahead.
So I will tell all businesses, if you want to start showing up in the sales process with ChatGPT and any of the other AI tools, you need to do two things. One, you need to have a website and a YouTube channel. Your website's going to have all of the written information, right? And then your YouTube channel is going to have the video information, and YouTube is integrated inside of ChatGPT. The second thing is create that content, because the more people are searching for information, they need to find that content and information you're putting out. You start doing that, that is how you win in the AI game, and that is where the sales experience is going to balloon as ChatGPT and all the other AI tools get more sales functionality. That's it from me for this week.
Enjoy your week there, Keron, and have a time, man. Send me some pics, man. I'm looking forward.
Oh, I will. I almost died this morning, but I'm going to tell you how I almost died: by poisonous king cobras and other poisonous snakes. I'll send you that on WhatsApp.
For sure. Keron Rose out there in Thailand having a time of his life, by all means. Digital nomad, man working from the laptop, able to function with all his clients, but he's on next side of the world, living his best life. Keron Rose, sincere thanks. Digipreneur, have no fear, always here with us every Tuesday morning. We come back and our conversation